a number is less than another number? You can use objects and count them. What do the numbers tell?
Okay, what number do you see up here? So the 2 represents the 2 blue, I believe these are just marbles. Okay, what number do you see here? 5. 5 represents these red marbles, okay? So you have an amount and we have a number to represent how many that we have counted and how many that we see.
The number of blue balls and the number of red balls. How can you compare the number of balls using the pictures? You could match each blue ball to a red ball.
Matching 1 to 1, remember? Draw our lines. Okay.
How could you compare 2 and 5 if you did not have the pictures?
Okay, so how can we compare 2 and 5 if there are no pictures at all? We don't have any of the balls there to compare and to match them 1 to 1. How do we compare those numbers without having a picture? Valentina.
In your head, and when you can see it in your head, and then you could use your finger in your head. Like other times, not putting finger in your head, and make it so you could see the thing, and then put it on your real finger.
Okay, so Valentina is saying like in her head she knows she can see 2, like an amount of 2, and then she can see 5. And she knows that in her head that 2 is going to be less than 5. Okay, what else do we do, Ethan?
You can just draw counters.
Okay, so you could end up drawing your own counters, okay, in case you didn't have objects there for you. Okay, Aiden?
You could draw the number 0.
Okay, but for the numbers 2 and 5, how do we know the difference? Okay,
Because they're not the same numbers.
they're not the same numbers, that's for sure, right? Okay, Riley?
Maybe you could put arrows on top of them.
Okay, but remember guys, they're saying if you don't have any objects, all you see right now is this number 2 and this number 5. Okay, so how do we know which one's greater and how do we know that which one is less? What if we count? Okay, let's count to 2, ready? Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, that was pretty fast, wasn't it? So it didn't take us long to get to 2. But now I want us to count to 5. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just from looking, I use my fingers even, so we can use fingers as well, that's another thing. But when you count, which one took longer to get to, Will? 5. So we know that when we count, we said 2, didn't we? When we counted to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you count, 5 comes after 2. So that also is a big clue to us. When we count, that 5 is going to be greater because it becomes after 2 when we count. Does that make sense, everyone? Thumbs up? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you.
You can think about the order of the numbers when you count.
Oh,
2 comes before 5 when you count. So 2 is less than 5. How else could you check that 2 is less than 5?
I was going to say that we're going to give us a little activity to do next. Okay, so it says drag the balls to the table to count them. Okay, so here we go. We're doing some graphing. You ever graph before? You always start at the bottom. Okay, so let's put the blue balls here under blue balls. How many do we have? 2. You see the number popping up there? 2. Okay, let's do the red. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so there we go. We did some graphing. All right, so right now, which one is taller? Which one is taller, Riley?
5.
5. The 5, the red balls, okay? So just from looking at it, we didn't even have to count. We can tell that there's going to be more red than blue. Thumbs up, we're good? Okay, all right, here we go. Here's the end.
You can count the number of objects in the picture. 1, 2. There are 2 blue balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 red balls. When you count, you see that there are not as many blue balls as red balls. 2 is less than 5.
See that, everyone?
Now you know how to show that a number is less than another number.
Okay. All right. Good job. So remember, we're going to be counting objects today. I'm going to need you to make sure you're really paying attention when you're counting. We don't want to miss any objects. Okay? So on your paper, get a pencil out, please. Put your name on top first before we do anything. Name is up on top. Beautiful. We're here. Okay. Oh yeah, turn that on. Oh. Okay, you guys ready? All right, so we have some blocks this morning. We've got red, we've got blue.
Name on top, right?
So
You only need one pencil.
the little girl there, do you know what her name is?
Pick one.
Marta.
Hurry, hurry.
Marta is her name. So it says, so Marta's by the block. So I'm gonna click in here and it's gonna tell us what to do. You ready? Here we go.
Count how many red blocks and how many blue blocks there are. Write the numbers to tell how many. Then draw a circle around the number that is less than the other number.
Okay, so down at the bottom of your paper, you see the first one they want us to count is R-E-D. What color is that? Red. So please count the red blocks and write the number on the first line. Everybody's doing that. Ethan, everybody's doing that. You're counting the red blocks and you're writing it on the first blank. Just the red blocks, and then go ahead and count the blue blocks and write them on the second blank. And then we're going to compare our answers together on the board. Shh, carefully count. Jacob, you're counting the red blocks and writing the number. No. Count just the red and write it right here next to the word red. Then count the blue and write it next to the word blue. Fix that number, it's backwards. This is backwards. Face forward, because then we're going to put them on the board together. Okay. So who can tell me, raise your hand, how many red blocks did you count in the picture? Okay, how many red blocks, Victoria? 3. Did everybody count 3 red blocks? Thumbs up? Good. Okay, so 3 is correct. So 3 should be on the first line. Raise your hand and tell me. I'll call on you. How many blue blocks did you count? Jacob, how many blue blocks? 5. Everyone else count 5? Thumbs up. Good. So 5 should have gone on the second line. Now raise your hand. Which color blocks had less? Which one is less, Nana? The red. Very good. So you're going to circle the 3. 3 is less than 5. So circle the number 3 that you put. Circle the 3. So it says then draw a circle around the number that is less than the other. So we should circle the 3. We're good? Everyone's good? Follow all those directions? Okay. We're going to lift and turn. You're going to find all the red and the blue balls from the video. Okay, this is what we're looking at. All right. So as you can see, they kind of drew some balloons. We're not going to draw balloons. You know, we always just draw counters, correct? Okay. So that's what we're going to do. So it says the students are going to compare numbers. Have them draw a circle around the number that's greater, and then the other number, greater than the other number, and draw a circle around both numbers if they're equal. Now draw pictures to show how you know. Okay? So let's start with number 1. They have a number 1, so they drew 1 red balloon. Down here, this is the number what, everyone? 4. So they drew 4 blue balloons. So it said draw a circle around the number that is greater. Which number is greater, 1 or 4? Will? 4. So they are correct. So trace over the circle around the 4. They were correct. Circle the 4. Trace the circle. Jacob, you do that? Trace the circle around the 4? Good job. Okay. Don't do anything else to the balloons, just leave them. We're not gonna color anything, we're just gonna leave it. They already did that. Okay, so now over here for number 2. Brayden, what's this number up here, bud? 3. So see how they drew 3 balloons to match it, okay? Down here, Evelyn, what is this number?
2.
2. So they drew 2 orange balloons. Now, this time, it said mark an X on the number that is less than the other number, or draw a circle around both numbers if they are equal. And then they asked you to draw a picture so you knew, to prove it. So, which number is less? Is 3 or 2 less, Jacob? What does it say again?
2.
2. Very good. So trace over their X on the 2 because they are correct. 2 is less than 3. Put an X on it. None of these numbers were equal, right? No? Kindergarten, hello, are any of them equal?
No.
No. All right. Thank you. Wake up. Okay. Flip it over. This is what we're looking at. Flip it over. So now it's our turn to be drawing some items here to also show these numbers. Okay, so listen carefully. Listen carefully. I'll do it with you on the board. Listen, listen. Okay, we're looking over here in number 3 by the little fish here. Okay, so it says, draw a circle around the number that is greater than the other number, or draw a circle around both numbers if they're equal. And then draw pictures to show how we know. So let's talk about it first. Okay? Ben H. I have a 5 and I have a 3. Which one is greater? 5, he says. Do you guys all agree with Ben H?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, so we're going to circle the 5. Circle the 5. And now let's draw a picture to show that we are correct. So let's draw 5 little counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now let's draw 3 next to 3. Here we go, let's count it out. 1, 2, 3. So can you see that Ben H was correct? 5 is greater than 3. There is a larger amount in that group. Very good. Everyone's good? Okay. All right. In number 4. Okay. Again, we're going to take a look at them and decide. We're going to draw a circle around. Sorry. Slippery fingers. We're going to draw a circle around the one that's greater if they're equal, or to circle them both. So look at the 2 numbers. What am I going to do? Which one is greater? Finn?
They're equal.
They're equal. Very good, Finn. So what are we going to do?
Circle
Circle
both.
them both. Very good. So to show that with the picture, let's draw counters next to them. So I need 1, 2, and then down here, same thing. 1, 2, because they're the same number. Very good, Fed. You guys got that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, careful. This time for number 5 and number 6. It says mark an X on the number that is less than the other number, or circle them if they're both equal. So this time we're looking for the one that's less, or again we're circling if they're equal. You good? All right, let's do it. All right, here in number 5, which number is less? Raise your hand if you think you know the answer. Ben D, which one is less? 0. So let's put an X on it. All right. He says that one. So let's draw a picture for 0. What are we going to draw? How many? Nothing. None means 0. Very good. All right, so let's draw counters for number 1. Here we go. Say it together. 1. And then we're done. 1 and done. We're done. Awesome. Okay, number 6. We have 2 numbers here. Which number is less? Raise your hand if you think you know. Which number is less than the other number? Alina. What number? Say it louder. 3, she says. Do you guys all agree? Yes? Okay, so let's put an X on the 3. And now we're going to draw pictures to show this. So let's start up here by number 4. Count and let's draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how I'm drawing them nice and small? They're still big enough to count, but small enough that I can put them all in a row. It's easy to count them. Okay? All right, let's go ahead for number 3. Let's draw. 1, 2, 3. So when you look, you can see that 4 is more than 3. There's 1 extra. because I'm even in my head, I'm kind of matching them 1 to 1. That's why I like to draw mine in a nice line. And then you can see that 4 is more. So 3 we had to X out. Everyone's good so far? Thumbs up, we're good? Okay, we're gonna do the back on your own now, okay? So let's flip and turn to the back.
Looks like Dad was right here.
Oh yeah, there he is. Okay, so we're gonna do each one at a time, okay? Because I'm gonna change the directions. Listening ears are ready? Okay, everyone's on this page. Does anybody need help finding it? We're good? There you go, Brayden, you got it. Okay, first thing you're gonna do, look over here at number 7. Everyone's there. Here's what I want you to do. It says put an X on the number that's less. Do that first. You have a 3 and a 1. Put an X on the number that is less. Do that first. And then go ahead and draw your counters to represent those numbers. To show me which one, so it will prove to me that you knew which one was less. Which one has less counters?
No, right here.
Draw your counters next to the number now. Go ahead, draw your counters, got it? Awesome. And then after I see your drawings, I'll be able to say, yep, you did. Just draw the counters next to the number. Yep. That's number 3, draw that many counters.
1, 2.
All right, everyone did that? Good job. Good job. Okay, look over at number 8. This time, okay, we've got 2 numbers here. This time, I want you to circle the number that is greater. Or draw a circle around both of them if they're equal. Find the one that is greater, circle it, or circle them both if they're equal. Once you do that, now draw your counters to match. Make sure I can see it. I can see it. That's from your problem. Remember, draw your counters small so I can see them. Good. Thank you. So circle the one that's greater, but draw both counters for both
Draw
numbers.
your counters for both.
Circle the one that's, no, circle the number that's greater. Which one's greater? Circle. Go ahead. Good. And now still you have to draw your counters to show me that many. And same thing here. That helps me see that you can do the right one. Okay? Draw your counters. There you go. Good. Good. That's right. You got it, check out. Awesome. Now, don't put an X on this one. I just want you to circle. So erase that. So guys, just remember, you don't need to put X's on anything. I just asked you to circle the greater one. Circle the one that's greater, and then draw me the counters next to it. There you go. Okay, awesome. All right. So here's what's going to happen. This one's going to be a little different. You ready? Okay, everybody see this number? Everyone knows this number. I know you. Pencil even. Fly with the pencil. Okay. So it says, take a look at the number card. Then write the number that is equal to that number. Down here in the blank. Write the number that's equal to that number. Can you write it? Write the number that's equal to this number. Write it on the line. And then draw me counters to show me that amount.
What number? So put it here. I'm gonna start here. All the way
Yep.
up.
And then draw me counters, draw me a picture to show the amount, okay? You know, you can do it for this number if you wanted to. I think some of you drew counters for this one and for that one to show me that they're equal.
Now draw your counters.
That is totally fine. That's actually a great idea because then that way I know that you know what equal means. Equal. What's equal?
One,
got
keep
it.
going. That's how many?
Yep, guys, go with what you think it is correct, okay? When I say equal, the number that is equal, you guys know exactly what that means. So then draw me that picture to represent that number to show me that they are both equal. You guys got it? And go back and double check your counters. Some of you guys sometimes draw too many or you don't draw enough. So go back and count your counters right now that you drew. Please double check them in each group. Whoop, that's fine. That's totally fine. As long as I see that it has to match the number that you wrote. It has to match. They have to be equal, right? Let's see. Good job. Okay. All right. Everyone's good? Okay. we need to choose from, right?
Zero.
Jacob, you got that? Write me a number that's less, and then draw me
Take it all the way to the top.
a picture to show how many.
That's fine.
But then draw me some next to this number part, and then draw me the counters next to this one. And that'll let me know that it's less. I can see it two different ways.
Just less.
Less.
What's less?
Less again means smaller, right?
Two would be,
Less means smaller.
so it's gotta be less. So what number is less?
Remember, there's only two numbers you can choose from.
That would work.
Okay?
Which number do you want? Fine.
Everyone's good? And draw me pictures to match. Remember, draw me the counters, a picture to match. Very good. All right, everyone's good? Fantastic. I think we're all set here, guys. Good work.
Markers right here.
Okay. All right, go ahead with your pencils away.